Oh Jesus, sorry, my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Simon, guys, how's it going? So we're on the last session of doing 3x3 for 4 days. We'll be deloading after this, and we shall be doing still 3x3, but we're doing it for 3 days. So aye, not bad. And then after that, once we've done a 3x3 for 3 days, we will be going on to 1x3, then doing some back offsets 3 days, and that's when we're going to really try and ramp up intensities. So we'll see how we get on. I'm feeling a wee bit cold today, to be fair, but I've got my Rice Krispies. I weighed myself. I am 77.3, so weight is slowly coming down, which is I'm happy with it. I must say I'm not wanting to rush it. So that's that. Adding my meals, it is some cereal, which is about 400 in that. Yep. I will be having, as I say, my dinner food is about 800 calories, so I don't know how I could. We'll say 7. You know what? I'm going to say 750. No, 700 we'll say. Leaves me with about 1,200 calories to eat. Cool, that's fine. That's a good amount of calories that I can consume. So not bad. So, yeah, let's just get into training. I've got water as well. Oh, I had a tonsil stone in the back of my throat, and it was, you know how tonsil stones can give off pure bad breath smell? It was just horrible, so I managed to push it out my throat. Oh. Still feels that fucking scratchy way, but it's not the worst. Boom. And a 2.5. Funny enough, my forearms actually feel kind of sore. Oh shit. Losing my balance there. Oh, noise. Oh, Rice Krispie hit the wrong throat bit. Cool. Okay, everything's working out fine. Cool. So, we're doing 27.5. We'll see how we get on. I'm doing pretty good. Pull-ups now. Nearly doing 30 kilograms, which is awesome. But I do think I'm going to stop all my accessory sort of stuff I'm doing. It's not a whole lot of accessory work, but I might try and do more reps and volume. Not too much more, but just scale, as I say, as I'm scaling my main lifts intensities up, I want to try and bring my volume intensity a bit down, but increase the volume. No, decrease my accessory intensity, but increase the volume of the accessory. So that there's somewhat still a progressional sort of route. Like, you can tell I'm more built for strength and power now. I don't have that sort of artificial sort of bodybuilding look nowadays. I'm just pure strength nowadays. I know I'm not big and massive or anything like that, but my muscle bellies are much more dense. They're not just filled with blood, they've actually got some function to them. Yeah. So. I've got a wee bit of a pain in my left glute. I think that's just from the old injury. I do need to stretch it. It's my own fault that it's a bit tender feeling. But, oh well. Oh, Jesus. I mean, this is heavy, not gonna lie. This is 27.5 kilos, so like, this is like half of a small person or a large child. Oh shit, that nearly whacked my nuts there. Oh, see how that went on. Timer. 3 minutes. Give myself full rest and stuff. Move the seat over. It's a bit awkward with the belt on. So let's see how my pull-ups went now. So rep 1, let's see. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely fine. Cool. Good. So I'm just resting just now. I'm just biding my time until just do the next set and then the next set after that. The big thing is going to be deadlift. If I can do 185, that means I have done 185 deadlift for literally 1, 2, 3. I've done 185 4 times back to back consistently, which is probably a good point to go. Yeah, I am strong enough to push myself further, but I think I will deload and then try and inch myself up. Because if I can get all my big lifts as close to what I can, but not doing singles, just working on my triples and stuff. Because when I do get into peaking, I do get into that kind of 1 rep range and stuff like that. Yeah. So we'll see. I'll try and figure it. I'm not the best at trying to figure out this sort of stuff. I'm really not, but we'll get there. Right, time to go. Time to go, time to go, time to go. Oh, there we go. as long as I get it, you know, my elbow past perpendicular, I'm happy. I don't even know if that's the right term I'm using, but aye. Let's have a quick gander. So, yep, happy with that. Happy with that. Yeah, I can say I'm happy with that. Because as I said, this counts. Well, this is the bottom position. That would clearly be the top position. But as long as I get my elbow past this position, as long as it's either not really here, but more here, I'll count it. Ideally, I'm right down like this, but it's slightly different from a pull-up position. Aye, doing alright. One more set, and then we'll see how we're going. And also, soon it comes to my peaking, how many days a week am I training? I'm doing 4 days, okay, cool. I think for me personally, 4 days a week is my sweet spot. Training 6 days a week is... I probably could do it if I plan it better, you know, have lighter days, heavier days, technical days, skill days. You could do more training days, but I do like just resting, personally, just sit, not just sitting doing nothing, but you know, just not doing training. So we're doing alright. So we've got one more set of pull-ups and then we'll be doing overhead pressing. So, sorry, I'll just put it back onto the bit. There we go. So 27.5 kilos, that's pretty good. And I am doing proper pull-ups as well. Or what I'd like to say, I'm doing proper pull-ups. I might be not getting the full, you know, right in here moment, but I'm always fully stretching. Oh. Got another 20 odd seconds, so we're just going with the flow, that is it. Oh. Pardon me, sorry. Because I would like to test how heavy I can overhead press now, but it's not really, you know, relevant to powerlifting. Well, powerlifting, yes, overhead pressing is good, it's necessary, but it's not a main mover. Sapling Chase Crow, hope you're well, mate. Right, let me get this final set of pull-ups. I'll see how I got in there. I'm not too sure if I got that full range. Or not the full range that I would like. Oh, What's happening, King Nick? Oh. Let's see how this feels doing it with no weight on to me. It's crazy how you do weighted pull-ups and you take the weight off, you just feel like you're fucking flying. Let me just watch that last set, 'cause I want to see if it was considered, proper form. Let's see. Okay, good rep. Good rep. Hold on, let's see that. Yeah, I'd give it good. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I want to see myself foot weight. Just fucking launch myself up there. Aye. Massive difference compared to using weight and not using weight. Cool, good. That was excellent. So that was 27 kilo. Happy days. Boom. So what we'll do is we'll deload 27. Should I deload 27 or should I deload 30? We'll deload 30 since I managed it. Okay, so that was good. It's Flex Friday, double bicep. Yo, sorry mate, sorry. I was too busy watching my form. There you go. Even got a wee mini bicep pump from hitting pull-ups. There you go. Ziz. Oh, but Ziz is more like hand behind the head. That. Right, so overhead pressing now, so 65 kilos. I will use belt and wrist straps right off the bat, just so that I'm protected. Right, so let's just get this sorted. Nothing much was given Fortnite. You do quite a lot of Fortnite, don't you? Are you good at Fortnite? I'm not trying to be hiding it, I'm just asking. I think you play quite a bit of Fortnite, so you must be pretty good at it. I'm just being curious, my man. I keep saying to myself I'm going to get myself into my video games again and stuff, but I keep on just not getting myself doing it. But I've got 2 weeks off after this, so I think I'll just play a bit I think I'll just do a bunch of gaming. I'll do house cleaning and do some wee outdoor things, but I might just try and get my gaming back on. Ugh. Wedged. We'll go again, we'll just double, back to back. So we'll do We'll hit 52. Oh man, doing all right. I feel strong. I think I'm doing much better because I'm not cutting my calories nowhere near as hard. So I'm training better. See you in a second. So my brain's just braining. So on this double I'm just calculating something. So it'd be 25, 75, 75, that's 170. 172, okay. Is that a dub? Is it going for a dub? No, I doing a single. That was good, that was really that was really good. So I'm just nosing at somebody who I also competed against. Right, let's get on to our next wee training set. Boom. That moved well. Honestly, I can't be arsed putting like the 20 and that on, so if I just do this, I'm fucking nearly 70 for a triple. Right, so I've realistically, if I can get myself to 76 by the end of March, get myself to 75 by May, put myself in maintenance, and hopefully I can have a good 2 months of just maintenance. And if I can do that, that should really just level my balancing field out. Do my gut cut, weigh in under 74, and then compete. I'm hoping, because I've reduced my calories, and I'm still trying to put in as much effort as I can. Once I'm allowed to eat more calories, my body will bounce into a wee bit of a sort of more energy, more energy expenditure can be acquired. But we'll see. I might be just talking my ass. But sometimes if you think it and believe it, you can trick yourself. Because being physically capable of doing something is just as important as being mentally capable of doing something. Because sometimes the mind can trick the body, but the body can't always trick the mind. So we'll be doing our working sets now, so it'll be 65 kilos and I'll be using my belt and my wrist wraps. I'll put the belt to 4 notches because I think that's where I'm kind of getting to now. So I've noticed I'm getting a bit more slimmer. I've still got my fat, my wee pouch. You know, the cat is a primordial pouch. I've still got that wee bit, but it's going away. Pardon me, sorry. But we're getting there. Just giving myself a wee bit of time. Not hundreds of time, just a wee bit. Actually, I'm good to go. It's been about 4 minutes, so let's get ourselves going. Let's not be too lazy. So oh shit! No! The wraps have got loose. Now that's pretty tight. It's not as tight, but it's still pretty tight. One side feels drastically heavier. Did I fucking weigh these up right? Yeah, that's correct. Motherfucker! Fucking knew it. I'm a ball bag. I am a ball bag. I mean, we'll give myself that. Fucking idiot. So basically what happened there is I loaded this side with a 10, 2 5s and a 2.5, and I loaded this side with a 10, 2 5s, a 1.25, so I had an imbalance of 1.25 kilos there. So technically that wasn't 65 kilos. technically that was 63 point, no, hold on, yeah, 63.75 technically. But I'm giving myself that, I'm no, I'm pissed, but I'll give myself that. Okay. I'm deloading anyway, so fuck it. That's frustrating. There you can see for a fact my head's up my ass. What a ball bag. Let's see who's streaming. So there's me, there's I think a lassie, another lassie, a dude, and another lassie. Cool. Who else is streaming on Twitch? That was in Kick, so let's see. Yep. Calgary Barbell, love them. Nice. Oh, Stars and Bars, there you go, the main man. Nice. Aye, nice wee plethora. A nice wee plethora of people, no bad. I still fucking, I've not done a fuck up like that in ages, man. I'm going to watch my form because I was quite surprised that I actually managed that and controlled it well. I could feel there's a weight difference. But there's no point in stopping. I see, I really struggle getting that side up first. Then I really focus pushing the right eye. You can see it's lagging. See, I got that quite evenly together, but aye, I'm a ball bag. FUD. What a FUD. Right, so when was that? Like 2 minutes. We'll give myself a minute and a half and then we'll go again. Let my body recover from accidentally putting more weight onto it. Because even though the weight's imbalanced, that side just ends up becoming heavier because I feel like the weight drifts. Because when you get yourself like pushing a bar and let's say one goes higher than the other, see the lower side, that just becomes significantly heavier because it's like the weight is just going like that. And also when you push the bar goes like that, you drift, so you end up going more to that way, which the shoulder comes more out, makes it more prone to injury, but the weight is more over the mid of your body, midline of your body, so it becomes heavier. Because what's easier, holding 10 kilos here or holding 10 kilos out there? Obviously it's here because it's in more centre of your body line. That's why when you push weight and if you drift, the side that's weaker, it instantly becomes much more harder because you're drifting. That's why sometimes if you think you're going to drift, you overcompensate and you go in. So imagine I'm pushing, my right side's my weaker, I'll be going this way, and then, I'd be going, so my right side's, this side's weaker, I'd push in the way, because when I start drifting, I'd come back into sort of a centre line. It's just basically overcompensating, that's all it is. You're back. No, you motherfucker. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, that seems fairly even. Now let's see how we move this. This will either go fine or it's going to go horribly wrong. Not horribly wrong, I won't be very successful. Fail. Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay. That's fine. So, let's bring it up. So, amber. Amber. Cool. Itchy ears. Aye, we're doing fine. Pardon me, sorry. So, we've got one more set, and then we'll move on. Man, I'm feeling a bit tired now. Feeling a bit tired. We'll try and get this for another double. I'm a wee bit annoyed I'm not moving more weight overhead press. But it's one of those things, like my upper body is not a strong suited area for me. And unfortunately, see, trying to do incline press and stuff in this rack is a fucking pain in the ass. Ideally, when I have a much bigger gym space, it will become easier. Apologies for the yawn. Got another like 40 odd seconds, so we've only been streaming for like, oh, it's happening. Pazra Zitlerim, I don't know how to say your name, sorry. Where are you from? I am from Scotland, if you can't tell. Scottish by the accent. What about yourself? Where are you from? Or from, sorry, I need to announce it better. Right, we're about to do our set, so let's get this set done. So, we are doing 65 kilos overhead pressing. We're trying to get triples, but I only managed a double there. In the first set, I misloaded the weight. So, we'll just see. Hopefully we get a triple, but I'm not confident. I might even try and bully the weight, so to speak. Try and move it like a proper strength cunt. More explosiveness than that. I'm not the best at explosiveness. Right, let's get this. Yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Let's just balance for a wee second. Fuck yes! There you go, I moved that with intent. His nickname sounds like a Turkish name. Well, if you're talking about ethnicity, I'm half Scottish, half Turkish. So you're absolutely banging the button there, my friend. But I'm Scottish. But I'm half Scottish, half Turkish ethnicity. If you can't tell by the accent. Whew, man. That was tough. But I bullied that there. I absolutely bullied that weight. Fucking, I'm proud, happy of that. Happy with that. Let's see how it moves. So I'm just watching my form. So I pretty much got the setup down. Driving, straight down, bang, right up. Boom, straight down, bang. Aye. Basically, when you move the weight with much more explosiveness and force and intention, you allow a bit of momentum as well in this rhythm. Whereas see if I'm up, down, hold, up, down, that is much harder. It's the same, that's why in powerlifting you pause your bench. It makes it significantly much more difficult. So that's it. Happy with that. Okay. We are now on to the deadlift. Like, I'm confident I can deadlift this, not a bother. The only thing that's going to knock my confidence is I am tired. Like my body and my hips, everything does feel a wee bit fatigued. But once I've done this, I've got 3 days off. So it's good. It's good. I know a lot of people, training days, don't really, they'll have a more flexible training routine to things. So if they do, they'll do like maybe, let's just say they do 4 days training. So they do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they'll take 1 day off. Then they'll repeat it again, but I'll go from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, day off, and then repeat it again. For me, because that's not in a 7-day rota week, that's just quite a more fluid motion pattern. It just doesn't agree with my like OCD-ness. I like to have all my training set in a week by week fashion. So that I can see from week by week, not essentially, right, that's 4 days of training, that's a 4-day training, that's a 4-day, so. But everybody's different. Doing that sort of way will allow you to maybe make better progressions in a less amount of time, because you know you're doing less recovery and all that, and you're using more you're using all your days more effectively. Whereas I'm like, if I'm training 3 days a week, some people, as I say, I'm not a person would do maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, then I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it's just kind of flexible bouncing. Not each week by week the day's the same, it may be different. Whereas my 3 days a week training is basically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekend off. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, having Tuesday and Thursday off, and having the week end off. Is that right? Yeah. So everybody's different though. What works for me won't work for you, and what works for you won't work for me. Or it might work for me but not work for the next person. Right, so deadlift. Same again, we're just going to do bar, 70, 110, 150, 185. And even though I'm losing weight, I think I look a bit bigger. My thighs don't look as big, to be fair, but But as I say, I've not really done anything with the legs, so they might be just a bit more deflated. You know, no pump or anything. That's my timer telling me to start lifting, so we'll just start lifting. Easy enough. Oh man. You're doing well, I'm doing well. Like, I don't know, cause when I restarted, I did my competition in October, enjoyed my time kind of off, and I kind of started getting in kind of November, Decemberish time. I'll double check. But since then, I've just been doing my I was doing a reset and rebuilding myself back up. It's taken myself quite a bit of time to get to. I think that from this level now is where I'm really going to actually build improvement. I feel like everything until now has been pretty much quite a lot of fluff work, which people might go, that's just been a waste of time then, but no. I've got myself back into the groove, and then I've now got I've got March, April, I've got May, I've got 2.5 months of quality training, really just trying to get myself stronger, improve myself. And then I have my month of June, where I'm going to prepare myself for my competition. And then the first week of July is my competition on the 6th or the 7th. So we'll just see how we get on. As I said, I've got my goals in my head, like I'd like to improve my total vastly, get stronger on all 3 lifts vastly. Is that feasible? Maybe. Is it possible? Yes, question mark. Will I do it? I don't know. With the weights I'm moving now, I don't actually know. Like, it's difficult because it's completely different on the competition day as well. So we'll just need to see. That's all I can say. We'll just need to see. I'll probably know better when I get into May and I can see where all my lifts are kind of, what my triples are sort of sitting at. If my triples are a lot more impressive, then yeah. Like for example, if I'm doing a triple for maybe 205, maybe a bit more, if I can do a triple of like 210, then I'm like, yeah, I could possibly move much more weight than 215. But it all depends. It really does. Boom. Doesn't help that my dry skin in my shin irritates me. Okay. So let's go again. So we'll not go again, but let's set up the next weight. So 1 gram. Right. Oh, knees kicking and cracking. Oh, man. Because I think, see if I'm wanting to hit us, I don't know. It's difficult trying to pick weights, like opening weights, because I want to do weights where I'm not going to leave in. If I start off too light, and if I don't too big of jumps, I might fail. But I don't want to start too heavy where I fail and then I'm fucked. So it's like I want to bench 125, right? So ideally, right, some people would do a one, like I say at the top it'd be 125, 120, 115. Some people might do 125, 117, 112, which is something I could go, yeah. But I've learnt taking quite big jumps doesn't really work well for me. Maybe I could practice that. And then with squat, for example, if I was going to go 205, like 195, then 185, that's an option. But it's like one of those, if I miss my 205 and I do 195, that's 10 kilos I'd have to try and make up. And if I don't get my bench at 120, or even 120, if I got 125, I've still got 5 kilos spare. So technically I could do a 225 deadlift, but it's hard. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. A lot sort of sets up in the squat, for example. So if let's just say my free lifts I go for, let's just say 185. I go 185. It depends what I do in here as well. So we'll say opening weight, if I do 185, 195, 205, that is even jumps, not the worst. I could do like 180, 192.5, 205, that's much more drastic jumps. So I might stall, and if I stall, that's me missed out in 12.5 kilos. So if I go from 192 to maybe 205, and I could have maybe done 197, even 200, I've missed out in a lot. It is difficult. Like maybe even, I'm just trying to think. So for example, if I was to do a 205 times that by 0.9, 185, so that is 90% of what I would want my 1 rep backs to be. Okay, if I do 125 times by 0.9, that would be 112. Okay, and if I do 230 times by 0.9, that would be 207.5. Okay. And then I would do 5. We'll see. We'll see. But my bench is really weak. Like I'm hitting doubles, I'm hitting easily doubles in that, and I hit a single and stuff, but I've got 3 months at least, 2.5 months to really try and develop my bench. Alright, let's do the next set. I think I'm going to really look into what lifts I should be doing in between each one. And like as I've told you my goals, like so I've set all my goals where I hit a 560 total, but my main goal is a 555. If I hit 555, bang, I'm happy. And then next is 537.5. Then after that is anything over 517.5. Then anything over that is 505. So yeah, I've got all my wee point markers. I'll just do my set and then I'll see who's just sent a wee message or whatever. So give me a moment. Easy enough. Let's see. Saturn, is it Lee Pins 3? Do you have an arm that is stronger than the other? If so, how big would you say the difference is? So, yeah, I'd say my left arm is bigger / stronger than my right arm, but it's not really like the whole arm. So, for example, if I was just to hit sort of a wee bicep pose, so as I hit a bicep pose, there's not a whole massive difference in the biceps, but so if I show you my triceps, so this is my left tricep, this is the good arm, this is my bigger arm, right? This is the left, then I show you the right. You can visibly tell that my right arm is smaller than my left. It's an obvious visual cue you can see, but it's not the worst. Like, I'm still pretty strong in both retrospects. It's more of an aesthetic thing. Like, do I need to maybe do a wee exercise to improve my right tricep? Probably. A bit more bilateral stuff. Is it bilateral? No, unilateral stuff. Just focus on it a bit more and stuff, but I'm not overly fussed. But everybody's got imbalances. But yeah, and I'm left-handed, so of course my left side is going to be a wee bit bigger. I did spend a wee bit of time trying to correct it, but I'm not overly precious, to be fair. So, almost an hour in, so we will do 150, we'll do it for a triple, then we'll do our main weight, which is 185. So that's one thing I was wanting to try and maybe calculate. So let's just say, for example, I squat 195, and let's just say I bench 117.5, and let's just say I deadlift 220. Okay, that brings me to 532. Not the best, but aye. We'll just need to see. We'll just need to see. My weaker arm is like 5 reps behind my stronger one. It's been like 6 months of trying to correct it. So, see when you're training your weaker arm, are you training your stronger arm? That may be the issue. If you get what I mean. Yeah, so there you go. So you're still giving your stronger arm stimulus to grow. So everybody's got weak points, but I'll never get the same pump in my right one. Well, what I would say is see if you're doing, let's just say you're doing, let's just say it's bicep curls, just for simplicity. So see if you're doing bicep curls and you do 3 sets of 10. See your strong side, you do your 3 sets of 10, that is it. See your weak side, you'll do 5 sets of 10. And you keep doing that. And you do your measurements and all that, not with a pump of course, in a natural flaccid state. There's many ways to correct imbalances, is to start from the bottom weight and build your way up, because what you might be doing is you might be lifting too heavy for yourself and your stronger arm is able to manage it, but your right arm is struggling. So your right arm's getting less of a hypertrophic stimulus compared to your left. But if you're saying it's like 5 reps of difference, which is quite a big difference, I say you just need to increase your volume on your weaker side. Increase volume on your weaker side. You might think, oh no, then that side will get too big and stuff. It won't. Growth doesn't happen rapidly. It takes its time. Because as I said to you, my arms, it isn't really noticeable, but you can tell, so my biceps are equal in size, but you can tell this underhang is much weaker. Aye, so it's quite balanced, aye. It's just strength. Well, you're always going to have a more dominant side in strength. You'll always have that. I mean, what you can do, which I don't advise, is you can have the weights imbalanced. Just lift heavier with that weaker side. Whatever you do, let's just say for example, your weaker side, let's just say your bicep curls are like 10 kilos. With your good hand you do 10 kilos, with your weak hand you do 12. Or your weak hand you do 10, and your strong hand you do 8. And then you keep doing that for quite a while, until you feel like the strengths are balancing, and then you go back to just using the same weight. But if you've got weak points, I suggest doing unilateral stuff. Which I think is correct, the correct term. Basically, do exercises that work both sides independently. So for example, dumbbell bicep curls. For example, single hand tricep push down. For example, basically anything that is one-handed, you do it. Because when you do like a barbell bench, you're using both hands to move one unit of weight. If you are stronger in your one side, you may favour that side more than the other. Whereas if you've just got two separate weight entities, it's much easier to be in control of both of them, and then when one side gets weaker, you'll know for a fact that's because that side is failing. Yes, like for example, if I'm doing a set of incline bicep curls, and I'm doing it, and I know my left side I can get 10, but on my right side I'm only getting maybe about 7. I'm not going to do 7 and then do 10. I'm going to stop at 7. I'm going to stop when my weak point fails. Even though I could have pushed myself harder with my strong side, I need to allow my weak side to come up to my strong side. Right. Or as I said before, you just at the end of doing your 3 sets or whatever, you just throw an extra set or 2 for that weaker side. And if you're doing that muscle group multiple times in a week, every 2 sets you're doing, let's just say you're doing biceps, you're doing that exercise 3 times a week, and then let's just say you're doing 3 sets. So that total, your left side's getting a total volume of 9 sets, and then let's say you add 2 sets at the end for your right side. So that means you're getting your 3, 3 and 3, but you're also getting your 2, 2 and 2. So you're getting an extra 6 sets volume compared to your left side, which is nearly double, and it'll allow your body, to maybe balance. But it also depends on your body composition, your diet, and everything. You might just have one side bigger than the other, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. That's just genetics. That's it, done. But also you mind as well, I use my left hand a lot more than my right side. So that's just going to be naturally bigger from what I do from day to day. Yes, that's what I'm doing now, but it feels it's not going anywhere. It takes time. And also, if you're focusing on strength, don't worry about what side's weaker or stronger, just focus on the movement itself. How much weight are you moving? Are you moving it correctly? That's it, the rest will come. Like, I used to be really into aesthetics and stuff like that, but I don't really care anymore. Yeah, I'm quite inexperienced with training. I just go in and do what I think is right. I just started doing squats and I can't go any heavier than 80 because it hurts my traps. While my bench is 112. See, that's why you need to bring your squats up. And what you're probably doing is high bar squatting. So maybe you might want to transition into a wee bit of low bar. Instead of having the bar in the high of your traps and neck, you bring the bar slightly lower and it goes into your delts and your lower trapezius, your mid trapezius. Takes a lot more weight off the trapezius, your upper traps. I was never good at high bar squatting and I don't really train it nowadays either. So I say I probably should train it, but I don't. So maybe transitioning into a lower bar squat may help your strength. I mean, 112 bench, that's pretty decent if you're inexperienced, that's good. That's a good level. As I am, my bench is only 115. Whereas my squat is nearly 190 and my deadlift is 215. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. Well, you know what you need to do then if you've got strong shoulders and chest but everything else is lacking? Stop benching and doing shoulder pressing as much. Easy. Keep it simple. Because if you want to get better at a certain thing, just do it more. If you want to balance something that is too big, stop doing it. I know it sounds a horrible thing, but my bench is good. If I stop doing it as much, I won't get as good at it. Yes and no. You won't get better, but you necessarily won't get worse. You'll just like kind of maintenance / a slight placebo. But you're allowing that if you're stopping your effort into all your benching and stuff, you're allowing yourself to put more effort into other areas that you might want to bring up, i.e. your legs, i.e. maybe your lats and that sort of stuff. So I don't train for aesthetic purposes anymore. I train purely for strength. So I know sometimes if I'm doing too much weight and too much heaviness all the time, I need to sacrifice by doing certain things lighter. So this is 70, 110, 150, 170, 180, 185. Okay. Yeah, but it's way too much fun. I know it is. But that's why you won't improve in the lower areas. See, if you don't do the stuff you don't like, then you won't improve on it. So I'm the opposite of you. I love doing deadlifts, I love doing squatting. I don't mind benching, but I hate it. Like, I'm terrible at benching compared to my other lifts. I find deadlifts fun, I find squatting fun. For me, out of the three lifts, I find benching the most technical. Yes, deadlift can be technical, yes, squatting can be very technical, but I feel like I've done them much into a degree that I'm quite proficient in it. Whereas when it comes to doing bench, I'm not the best. Oh, man. Right, so let's watch my form. I'm probably ready to go, to be fair. Not the worst. Not the worst. We're almost there. 185, man. It's going to be tough. Going to be tough. I've got my belt. We're going to try and move the weight with intention. Hopefully I'm not too fatigued. Could you demonstrate low bar squat positioning when you've loaded the bar? I can. I will set the bar for my squatting anyway, so I can quickly show. That's fine, not a bother. But also with squats as well, it depends on your body mobility. Some people use squat shoes, some people don't. Me personally, I don't use squat shoes, so I'm about to do my deadlift, but I'll quickly show you. So for example, see when you do high bar, your body likes to stay upright when you're squatting high bar. So if I try and keep my body upright and put myself in a squat position, and I'm flat footed, so watch how my hips force my body forward. So I come down, I'm keeping myself straight, I'm keeping myself straight, I'm keeping myself straight. I start to fall backwards, I may start to fall forwards. However, see if I just elevate my heels. So for example, so I've got my rubber mat, which is about 1 inch. So if I put my heels just on the rubber mat area, I've now gave myself like a heel arch, like a pair of trainers or a pair of squat shoes. So mostly a squat shoes, it gives you about 1 inch arch, maybe a wee bit less. So see if I try and keep myself upright now squatting. Look how easy it is to squat with my body up. Boom. Boom. Right? I'm going to take a step back and go flat footed again. I'm flat footed. See? My hip mechanics doesn't allow me to go straight up and down at that position. So that's with high bar squatting. See, with low bar squatting, the bar is more on your lower, into your more, instead of being on your traps, it's more on your delts and your lower back. So instead of being like this, you're like this. So I'm bent over, and as I'm coming down, see, it's a much more natural position for myself to be in. I could still wear shoes and be in that position, but for me personally, low bar squatting, I don't need any arches in my heels and stuff because I have no mobility. Like I could, as I say, if I squat just now, I could go right down. I'm fairly upright, but I'm a bit rounded. There's a lot of things determines in people's mobilities and stuff. And also with low bar squatting, you will be stronger because you're using more of your posterior, so your glutes, your hams, your lower back, you're using a lot more than that in the squat. Whereas high bar, you're still using all that, but it's a bit more quad dominated. That's why you see a lot of weightlifters have massive quads, because they do a lot of upright squatting, high bar squatting. And there's no like better way of squatting, high bar, low bar. You just do what you want. Yes, technically from a muscle building standpoint, high bar is better because it emphasises the quads more, but and then if you do low bar, you're hitting more of the glutes, the hams and that. You're still hitting quads, but of course when you're deadlifting, you're still hitting that posterior chain as well. So you're pretty much just doing the double dunton work. But that's why I do low bar, because in powerlifting, low bar squatting plus deadlifting, they transfer into each other a wee bit. Do you ever do sumo deadlift or normal? I've tried to do a wee bit of sumo, not heavy. Personally, I don't enjoy it. Maybe because I've not done it enough to be good at it. But for me, a deadlift is my feet close together, hands outside the legs, standing tall. That is it. That is a deadlift for me. Doing this, it'd just be more mechanically advantageous. But you're not standing tall, you're in this awkward position. You're just basically creating a less range of motion. You're still picking the weight up, which is impressive in itself, but I would say it's a different lift to conventional deadlifting. Sumo's different. It uses different muscles, I'd say. Yes, everything's all the same, but no. That's just my personal opinion. I haven't done it enough to make an actual decision on what is better and what's worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Right. I'm feeling a bit tired, so I'm not too sure. I'm needing a shit as well, so it's no helping. So the only wee issue I've had with my deadlift just now is I've been a bit too close to the bar recently. And when I'm starting the deadlift, the bar rolls forward. So I want to try and have the bar be dead and just come up. That was terrible. I got it, but wasn't the best. My positioning wasn't very strong, but I got it. I felt a lot more over. Yeah, I'm probably best ready. It looked like it was easy for you. No, it was fairly easy, but you can tell when it feels easy or when it feels good. So I got it. I felt my positioning loosen a wee bit. So as I said, that wasn't the best form, but it moved. I didn't pull the slack out the bar well, and that's a big thing. So, also a wee tip, never fully unload the bar from one side. How much does a workout station like that cost? Well, if you're just asking how much did I pay for everything that I've got in this gym, I paid round about £6,000. It is because I have bought quite high branding equipment, i.e., for example, oh my god, I misloaded it again. Right. I misloaded my deadlift. So it wasn't 185, it was 186.25. I'm a ball bag. I've done that twice today. I'm an idiot. No wonder I didn't enjoy the feeling of that. I'm a ball bag. So I've done that with overhead pressing. I accidentally put on I accidentally put on a 1.25 instead of 2.5. So I was doing one side lighter than the other. I was supposed to do 65, but I'm doing like 64.75. And there I've gone actually a wee bit heavier. Oh, I'm a fud. See, even people like me who's had nearly 12 years of experience in training still fuck up. I'm a ball bag. What a ball bag. Okay. Sometimes I use the wrong rings in the barbell on that bench, it feels terrible and I don't notice it until I'm at the bottom. Aye. Yeah. Man. I'm a fud. But nonetheless, I did it. But I'm now deloading now anyway, which doesn't matter. So. Happening, Mr. Elfie? How's it going? Hope you're well, mate. Oh man. So I'll quickly set this up. I'll watch my deadlift. I'll just get a wee watch, and then we'll decide. I'll show you low bar squatting. So I'll give that a green because I did it. Okay, so let's just have a wee quick gander. I can't believe I fucked up the weights again. I'm a fud. I still moved it well. Aye. It still moved fairly well, but I'm a fud. Oh, so for those who don't know, today I've done my workout and I've misloaded 2 weights. Oh, misloaded my overhead press and I misloaded my deadlift. I'm a fud. Do you only use your home gym, or I only use my home gym? So I've been using my home gym for maybe 3 and a bit years now, maybe 4. So all I do is home gym stuff. I don't do anything outside, which for me is good and bad. So it's good in the sense I've got my own rack at all times. I don't have to wait. I don't have to socialise. I just do my workout, and I've got you guys I can interact with. The only bad thing is, a gym has a lot more equipment, a lot more accessory equipment, machines and stuff like that. So when I'm not doing all my heavy stuff, I don't need to do constantly free weights and stuff like that. I can do more with machines in a gym. As I say, also social interactions is great as well. But aye, this is the main gym I use. I think once I get to a certain level in powerlifting, I might join maybe if there's a club or anything like that. But for the time being, I'm just doing what I'm doing. That is it. Right, so I'll quickly show you low bar squatting, then I'm going to do a bit of ankle mobility, and then that's me done. So hopefully you're still there checking in. So I'll just tell you how I low bar squat. It might not be the same way you do. You might have slightly different grips, slightly different foot stance, but I'll give you the gist. So for me, for example, my pinkies go to the line, basically you've got your knurling on the bar, then you have a wee ring. So normally on a standard barbell that you've got, that would be a powerlifting mark. I've got like a multi-use bar, so I've got also powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting markers. So my pinky goes to the powerlifting marker because I train in powerlifting. I don't do weightlifting. So I bring my pinkies to there, and in powerlifting you can basically put your hands anywhere as long as your thumbs grip around the bar. So that's me, and then as I'm going under, so I'm not doing this, so see this is high bar, I'm not doing this, so the bar is on this, not here, it goes on this, and I'm slightly bent over. So I'll show you how I set up again. So I've got the grip of the bar, I come into the bar, and it sits on my rear delts and my mid traps, not in the upper traps, in the mid. So I create a wee pocket, I do my bracing and all that, stand up, boom, boom, and as you notice, I'm a wee bit hunched over, so my head's more pointing down to the ground. I'm looking at the ground essentially. So I'm not going to be up like this. my hips are back, and as I squat, hips come back and down, boom, then I'm up. Hips come back and down, boom, back and down, boom. And as I'll show you for example, if I was to go high bar right now, I can still do it, but it feels very awkward. And the only reason that I can do this fairly well is because I have got good ankle mobility. I have very good ankle mobility. You are a cute man, I have a cute voice, I don't understand what you're saying. Too Scottish, that's it. Yeah, the high bar one is what I do. I don't think I have mobility in my shoulder. Oh no, see if you don't have a shoulder mobility, you just take a wider grip. So for example, if you don't have the best shoulder mobility, see if you can just take a wider grip in the bar. It doesn't feel as comfortable, but then when you get more mobile, you can bring the hands closer. See me personally in powerlifting, my grip isn't even that close. Some people tend to, when they squat, they properly do this. Some people do this style, where their arms are really tucked. To me that just feels super awkward and super tight and sore. So, all you need to do is play about with it, that is it. Right, I'm going to move on to my ankle mobility, but that's a rough example of high bar squat, or low bar squatting. If you want to see me actually do squatting, I'll be doing it on Monday, okay? I will be lifting lighter weights because I'm deloading, but I will be actually squatting then. Just doing some ankle mobility. This is something you should do if you've got poor mobility in your ankles or anything like that. Also, I like to roll on my ankles, because a lot of time people sprain or hang their ankles, it's when they've rolled over on their ankle. So if I just practice putting myself in awkward positions, if I ever get in that position by a trip or a stumble, I'm less likely to hurt myself because I've put myself in these all weird and wonderful positions. Thanks for the demo, I'll try it out. It's just been 4 sessions of squatting, so I'll have a lot. Yes, see with any exercise, practice, practice, practice. Repetition, repetition, repetition. It's the same with anything. How do you get good at video games? You get good, that is it. It's like when you played like fucking Elden Ring or Demon Souls or Dark Souls, there's no way about it. You just gotta get good, that is it. There's no easy mode, get good. That's all lifting is. There's no easy mode, get good. There you go. Just treat lifting weights as a fucking Demon Souls game, that's it. Dark Souls game, sorry, or From Software. Just treat it like that and you'll be sorted. Brilliant. I'll be back for another time. Have to head out. Have a good one. Thanks for the chat and the tips. Not a bother, mate. I'm always here training, so it's appreciating you coming and watching me for a bit and that and chatting. I say I am getting a Discord sorted, so that means people will actually be able to tell when I'm streaming and stuff. But for the time being, just check in whenever, my man. And also, if you need to look back at any of my videos, just check YouTube because all my videos go into there as well. You can look back at older videos and stuff. Even my competitions you can look at as well. Oh, I can still do that. Okay. Oh. So as I say, now I'm doing knees over toes, help stretch the Achilles. There we go. Oh. It's actually really, I've got really good knee over toe position. I'm quite a bit over. Like I'm a good couple of inches over. And I've got big feet as well, so it's pretty impressive, might I say. I'm just filling my ego, to be fair. So I'm just sitting myself in this position. It's crazy because my ankle mobility, I didn't realise how bad it was, whereas I'd sit in this position and I'd feel pain instantly. Whereas now it's just a wee dull stretch, which is great, it's good. And I can move my knees out. Put a bit more weight in the ankles as well and all that. Nothing popping there. I can bring my knees in, put the heels out. That creates more of an intense stretch. I can feel it more on my right, to be fair, than my left. Okay, that's fine. And as I said, as always, we do the feet closed, ass to grass squat as always, just to flex our mobility dominance over everybody. Bang, see, look at that. I mean, of course I have to cover my back over and stuff, but come on. Heels together, knees come out a wee bit, fucking beautiful, beautiful. But that's me done, guys. So that'll be me now deloading. So on from Monday, I'll be training Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All the weights will be lighter. However, I'll still be doing 3x3, but see after maybe 2 weeks, I'll be back into the bigger weights, and then we'll be moving on into the much more intensity sessions, and then we'll be maybe doing more hypertrophy bodybuilding exercises. So we'll see how we get on. So I will love yous and leave yous, and I will see yous all next time.